Morning. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Antawell. Wow. Yeah, just kind of quickly looking at the markets here, guys. I purposely did not look. Um, wow. All I can say is wow. Okay, guys. So let's open up the risk disclosure here, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, just remind everyone that the content that's being published and distributed by the market trader and its affiliates is to be treated as general information only. None of the information provided herein is intended as investment advice and offer to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, or fund. Testimonials appearing on the website may not be representative of other clients or customers and not a guarantee of future success. Use of the information contained is to be used at your own risk. And the company, its partners, representatives, agents, employees, contractors assume no responsibility or liability for any use or misuse of such information. Uh, Future trading does contain a fair amount of risk and is not for every investor. Investor could lose all or more of their investment capital. Only risk capital money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used for trading, and only those individuals with with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Nothing contained herein is a solicitation or an offer to buy, sell futures, options, or forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, so now that we've gotten our risk disclosure out of the, we'll take a look at the news. Well, the news is a big one. So we've gotten preliminary reports here that the elections have found a winner. Okay, and that's obviously has had some shockwaves across all the markets. Right, equities are at all-time highs. Gold is making a serious downturn. Okay, so so in any case, we don't predict the market. We don't predict the markets. We trade the markets that we have. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the news has to say here. Well, we have, like I said, we had the election results posted. We have um, the EIA crude oil inventory reports coming in today at 10:30 Eastern time, and then we have a couple of bond yields, 30-year bond yields reports coming in at 1 p.m. today. Okay, so I say rather light in news, but we had a relatively important news event that has taken place here. Okay. Um, so, in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at what the charts are telling us. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move into the charts and we'll start to look at that. Okay, so let's see here. All right, here we are. Here are the charts. As you can see, we've broken some pretty good support here in the gold to the downside. Okay. So and we're coming into an area where we could potentially see some demand. Okay. So very strong bearish candle to the downside. Okay. We see a spike in volume delta. We see a spike in ADX. We see a break of structure to the downside. Okay. So again, 2600. Okay. Is definitely in the is a level that's in the sight of this path going forward. Okay. We have 2625 that could serve as an area of resistance. Okay, and the resistance of support. Okay. I'm going to turn off some of these levels here so that we can maybe get a better feel for this. Oops. Okay, so we have again 26, I'm going to say 26.25. We have another area here that we're coming into at 26. Let's say 55 is another area that could provide us some support from this current move that we're seeing. All this rather strong, bearish candle here. So difficult to really think that we can really fade this. Okay. In the opposite direction. Okay. So we have to right now look for ways on how we can join it. Okay. So on the daily chart, we've kind of turned, I would say, bearish again. Even the channels can't save the bulls at this point. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, the daily chart very much turning bearish. For our chart, I would expect to see the same here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn off initial balance. We'll go ahead and turn off this levels here. Okay, you can see that we're starting to create a series of lower lows and lower highs. Okay, we have exceeded this 233-day EMA. We have the negative DI in really strong territory, including the ADX. Okay, so all things point to further price action to the downside. Like I said, this 26.25 level, maybe we have 26.60 could potentially be an area where we hold. But the fact that we've broken these levels, it feels to me like we're headed down to 26.25 at a minimum. Okay, given what we're seeing here. Okay, 30-minute chart. All right, 30-minute chart. We have this strong extensions or everything. Okay, we have the EMA level has kind of reversed to the downside. We have our daily VWAP to the downside. We have our EMA prices below our EMA. So again, a lot of the statistical levels here, guys, are probably easily breached. Okay, look at where our daily ranges are telling us that we should be. Okay, we're triple our daily ranges. Okay, so again, difficult to use statistical levels when we're in abnormal situation. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up ASR, but I'm sure ASR is also equally abnormal. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and locate London. London, I don't think can even hold this market. Okay. So everything is looking to the downside. Okay. So what's the best course of action? Well, we need to locate a level. All right. We have initial balance. I'm going to go ahead and open up here. Okay. So initial balance. So I would expect that, at some point, so given that we are so extended to the downside, that we will at least make a pullback. Okay. At some point. Okay. The question is, what is it today? Okay. That I don't know. All right. What I will say is that I'm going to be looking for that level. Okay. I'm going to be looking for that pullback, and I'm going to go ahead and open up our anchor VWAP here. And let's see, this is, let's start with London here. So London very much short. Okay. So a pullback to, 2,700. Okay. I know that, we're at 2670. Okay. But 2,700 would be a logical location. All right, to participate in a continuation move to the downside. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2,700 here as a line in the sand. Okay, let's see if I can get it there. Okay, well, it's close enough. Okay, so I would expect that 2,700 would be resistant. Okay, that's the expectation where I would expect that we might see where the anchor VWAP and the daily VWAP might might land at some point. Okay. So 2,700 would be an area that I would like to participate if given the opportunity. Okay. Very difficult right now. I mean, if we're talking about paying retail, yes, we would be paying very much retail at these prices for a continuation move. So that's for me. I need some sort of move back. Okay, at which point I would look to participate in a move further to the downside. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our levels to the chart. But guys, again, I just want to qualify these levels a little bit because we are in such a abnormal move. Okay, the levels, I think at some point will become important, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen today. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add them to the chart. Okay, but like I said, we are in sort of abnormal territory here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add our levels here. Okay. See, these are our levels. Okay. In the chart. Let's say maybe put these down here below. Okay. So these are our levels. But like I said, we're almost 200, maybe even 300% our normal ranges. Okay. So these levels, I guess you have to kind of, kind of consider the circumstances that we're in, okay, and understand that they may or may not be respected. Okay, they'll be respected. They just may not be respected or seen in today's market. Okay, so again, so that's kind of what I would be looking at right now. I'm going to be paying close attention to what initial balance provides me. Okay. But I would expect that there is some further downside in this market. But I can't participate in this down market without some sort of pullback of some sort. Okay. Whether it pullbacks to IB high, whether it pulls back to VWAP or this 2700, that's what I'm going to be looking for in this market. Okay. All right. See if there's any questions here. I don't see them. I see a lot of good mornings. Good mornings to everyone. And then an equal response to me about, wow. Yes, when I was looking at the markets, I was amazed at where price had reached. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil market. Okay. So crude oil market, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. Good morning, Trader Dubois. All right. We're going to take a look at the crude oil market. I think there are these levels. These levels may not be accurate, guys, so I wouldn't read into it too much. All right. So I'm actually going to go ahead and remove them for now. Okay. So crude oil has followed the path of gold. Okay. So we are looking lower in crude oil. Okay. So that channel that I had drawn to the upside is being challenged. Okay. Channels being challenged. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and remove our drawings here. And let's take a look at this as cleanly as we can. Okay. We'll leave some of these levels here. All right. So you see that we have some demand levels below us. Like I said, we were in the midst of maybe a move that I thought would get us maybe back up to the 75 or 75.5 level. It looks like the 233-day EMA has come through again. Okay. We have reversed away from 233-day EMA. I know I get questioned a lot about, well, why is this 233-day on your charts? Well, they're on my chart because of these reasons, right? They're on my chart because prices reverse away from them. Okay, that's why it's on my chart. Okay, you see the reversal here, you see the reversal here. Now, does it always pause there? Okay, does price always stop at that level? No. But does it reverse at those levels often enough for me to take a profitable trade? Absolutely. Okay. So again, we are reversing off the 233-day EMA. We're developing a very strong bearish engulfing candle as we speak here on the daily chart. Okay. So things are looking bearish. Okay. In crude oil. Okay. Looking at the 4-hour chart, I would expect that the 4-hour chart is telling us much of the same. Okay, so much of the same is being told here. So let's go ahead and shut down some of these levels here. We have a lot of, let's turn this off for a moment. Okay. Okay. So again, we've started to break some structure, okay, to the downside. Okay. We've broken some support here. We've filled the gap, or about to fill the gap that was established. Okay. We are coming into an area where we could expect to see some support, okay, in this market around 69, maybe 70. Okay. We have inventory reports that are going to happen here in about a little over, let's see, an hour, I guess, an hour and a half or so. Okay. So again, we've broken some structure to the downside, leads me to believe that we are going to see potentially some more movement down, maybe as, I don't know, certainly down to 69.30 maybe. Okay. That doesn't seem to me out of the question. And there's certainly a possibility that we head all the way down to 68. Okay. In this market. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. So 30-minute chart. Here we are. We're looking at, price is no surprise here, given what we're seeing on the daily and the on the 4-hour. That price is below our daily VWAP. Okay. No surprise there. Okay. We are also below our EMA. Okay. So we made a couple of attempts that could rally off of the 233-day EMA, but that was cut off. Okay. Sellers stepped into the market. I don't know if it's because of the results of the market or results of the election, whatever the case may be, the market has decided to sell off. Okay. So now the question is, well, what direction are we headed? Okay. Well, the path of least resistance right now is to the downside. The question is where to participate. Well, for my capital, I'm going to be looking for areas around VWAP. Okay. That is going to be the area that I'm going to look to participate to the short side. Okay. If I'm interested in if this is going to change and we become bullish, well, I need price to get above 71. I need price to get above 71 in order for my view to change. Okay. If I'm below 71, then I'm going to be looking for opportunities to the short side. Okay. Let's see what to add here. Let's go ahead and add our value areas. But like I said, guys, we are below a lot of things that we track. We are below value. We're going to go ahead and draw in our anchored VWAP here. Okay, so anchored VWAP is coming in at, let's see, where do I want to start this? That's right here is fine. Okay, so here we are, anchor VWAP at the start of London. Okay, you probably could go with something up here as well, just this as a pivot, but that's probably the same. Let's see, anchored VWAP. Yeah, this is going to be a little higher. Okay, but these areas right here. These areas right here could prove or provide me areas where I can potentially offer me opportunities to the downside. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and add our levels, guys. But again, guys, these levels, understand that again, we are in a little bit of a, abnormal market. So these levels, I think while they will remain important, I would say that they, again, given this abnormal move, are probably not something that's going to be visible or considered in the short term. Okay. So in any case, we have just to kind of double check on them. We have value area high at 72.39, value area low at 71.81. The only one that I want to check here is ASR. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and let's see, ASR here, London. This is good. Okay, so that's our ASR level. You can see that price has exceeded the ASR low that's been established by London. Okay, which could, obviously in a normal market could cause prices to stall. But I would say that right now, certainly, I'm not ruling out the possibility, guys, that we could rally from here. Okay. But in order to rally from here, I really need to see price get above some of these levels that are above me, right? You see price is sloping down. Okay. Right. Good morning, George. Price is sloping down. Okay, but I'm not necessarily want to be the first one to try to see if I can change the slope of this chart, right? So 70, let's see, 70.45 could be an area. Anchored VWAP at 70.59, 70.82. These are all levels that could be supportive of a continuation move to the downside. Yeah. I think there's probably enough volatility in the markets that could make for an excellent day, George. I think the rule of thumb I would say is that we need to remain patient and for price to reach our levels that we care about. Okay, we can't be super aggressive. We need to be patient and disciplined and let price come to areas where we can manage our risk. Okay, and it's aligned with the general move. Okay, so that's the plan going forward. Okay, so during London session, yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, I could imagine. I think you could have closed your eyes and hit the long for anything on the equities market and be considered a guru today. Okay, everything was moving up, and if equally on the gold side, you could have taken a short and closed your eyes and equally have made a good short trade, right? That's the kind of the function of potential sustained markets here. Okay. So yeah, no surprise, Alejandro, no surprise at all that Diana was able to make a nice long trade in the markets. It created an opportunity for them. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. We're not quite start off. We're not going to go ahead and open up initial balance here. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and open up ADR here. We have ASR 72.13. 72.13 is the high side, so we'll modify that. Okay. So, and then on the low side, 70.45. Okay. So those are kind of the updates that I'd like to make on the ASR in particular, and then we'll go ahead and add that to my charts here in the spreadsheet. Okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and move into what everybody wants to look at, I'm assuming, and that is the NASDAQ. Okay. So like I said, let's see. Make sure this is accurate. This doesn't look accurate to me. Why did this stop here? This doesn't look. This looks frozen to me, guys. So let me redo this. Let's go ahead and close this off if I can, and let's create a new tab for. Okay, let's this. Okay. Do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. Let's go ES and let's see if I can modify this to NQ. Okay, here we go. All right. So here we are, NASDAQ. Okay. Looking at the daily chart. All right. We'll start with the daily. Okay. So daily chart. Well, again, the same move that we got. Don't read into these levels, guys, because these levels are old levels. Okay. And we'll turn this off for now and turn this off. Okay. So here we are. Okay. A lot of turning off at the moment, guys. Sorry. All right. So we made another, push higher in this market on the daily chart. Okay. We have a very strong developing bullish candle here to the upside. If we break, I would say 20,700, I don't see any reason why we can't come up to 21,000 again. Okay. We did have some sellers here, but again, like this I'm not showing any signs at the moment that this is going to be an area where it's going to be challenged. Okay. So in any case, we've received a very last couple of days. Okay. Have received very strong move to the upside. Okay. So again, price is sloping higher. Okay. Indicating that there is obviously a fair number of buyers in this market. Okay. Looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart. We had a night that I guess people would be very envious. If you put a flyer in on long, you're probably sitting pretty nicely today. Okay. But in any case, where are we going to go from now? Okay. Well, we are coming into an area here where it could be resistant. Okay. 20,800, I think, is an area where we could see some challenges on the short side. Okay. If we manage to get above 20,800, then 20,800 could be my new level for support to the upside. Okay. So again, we are above some of the things that we care about. I'm going to go ahead and open up my anchor VWAP here at the bottom of this, kind of double. You see this nice W pattern that's been established here. Okay. So I'm going to pick any of these candles, and that's going to give me a good location where I can participate. But the formation that I was going to mention here was this nice W pattern that we've established here. Okay. Some of you may call this a double bottom. Okay. But we have a nice W pattern that established, and we're at the tail end of that pattern. Okay. So the question is, from here, is this another potential leg to the downside, or are we going to continue to the upside? If we're going to continue to the upside, I need something definitive through this area, and then I want to be one to participate on the retrace back to that same level. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. Again, I'm just reading price action, guys. I'm not looking at all at any sort of indicators, secondary indicators, right? I have price levels and I have price. Okay. Price is the true indicator. Okay. All right. So here we are. Like I said, price is above, our anchor VWAP, our EMA, our settlement, our daily VWAP. Okay. Looks like we are having a little bit of trouble making a new high, and that doesn't surprise me, to be honest, with this, kind of move that we had up to that has taken a little bit of a respite here. Okay. So, I don't know if it's making a little bit of a supply area here. Okay. Let me see, go ahead and draw this box area that I'm looking at here. Okay. So I don't know if this area is kind of a new little supply zone that's being established here in the NASDAQ. Okay. In any case, if I'm going to participate in this move to the upside, I need to find better location. Okay. Now we are still 25 minutes ahead of the initial balance range establishing in this market. Okay. So we don't know exactly where we are, but I know for a fact that we are above value. Okay. These areas right here would be excellent levels. I don't believe we're going to get down to these levels today. Okay. But you never say never. Okay. These areas would offer some areas where we could potentially participate to the long side. Okay. Settlement price, the top end of value, EMA, this whole area here at 20,000, say 345 would be an excellent area to participate to the long side in this market. Okay. So if I'm going to turn bearish, well, I need price to get below at least anchor VWAP. Okay. Not anchor VWAP, daily VWAP. Okay. If I'm going to be entertaining a short, I need to see price below some of these levels. Okay. Right now we are establishing, and like I said, we are above ADR. I would suspect we are also above ASR. We'll go ahead and move this up to London. I don't think it's going to change much, but in any case, here's our London ranges. Okay. We came down to this ASR low. We have 20,811 as kind of our new high. I look like I drew a line here from something from maybe prior analysis on the higher time frame. Our 4-hour chart is telling us very much bullish. Okay. In this market. All right. So again, we need to see if we can find some locations where we can reasonably participate. The top of ADR high at 20,516 would be a nice logical area to participate where I can manage my risk. Okay, so those are, we'll go ahead and add our levels here, guys. But again, given the markets, again, we'll have to kind of play this by ear here a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add with all these I had TBDs, okay, in my analysis last night, to determine exactly where these average session ranges, but now I can go ahead and fill them in. Okay, so we're gonna go 20,811. Okay, 20,811, 75. Okay, as our ASR high. We're going to have ASR low here at 20,584, 25. Okay, 20,000, 20,584, 25. Okay, so there's our ASR lows. Okay, and that's that kind of complete now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and copy that into my charts here because copy that into my spreadsheet, I should say. Okay, because I was holding off on communicating these levels until London. Okay, all right. So again, just kind of summarizing where we stand on these markets again, guys. So like I said, we have some supply zones that have kind of begun to establish here. But I would have to think I'd have to think that either we're going to be in kind of this kind of digestion phase here and kind of bounce around these ranges between say 20,584 and 20,720. We could end up bouncing in these ranges. If we are going to make a new high, then maybe we entertain the possibility of maybe reaching 20,811. Okay. So I'm going to hang tight. Okay. I'm going to wait for the initial balance range to establish in this market. The feeling for me right now, I think it, feels like it wants to come maybe back down to maybe revisit VWAP. I'm not sure if it is going to go if it's going to go further to the upside. I'd like to see a break of, I'd like to see it get above 740, to be honest, in order for me to really embrace the longs at this point. Otherwise, there may be an opportunity that could take us back down to VWAP. That might be an opportunity, but I'm not really keen on that given the strong structure here to the upside. That trade has to be, you have to be quite nimble on that trade to really be successful, because I think the buyers can step in here with some vengeance at any point as it approaches VWAP. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think that's all I have to say for the NASDAQ. I'm happy to entertain any questions you guys might have on the NASDAQ. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move into the ES here. Okay. As our second to last market or instrument that we'll take a look at. So not seeing any questions. So we'll go ahead and move on to the ES. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to the continuous contract for the ES. Okay, so there's our ES here. So let's see. We'll go ahead and open up the daily chart. We'll turn these levels off, guys. But again, just so we have some clarity but I suspect that this is going to tell us the same kind of things we've been seeing. You can see that the daily chart is kind of broken some new highs here. Okay, question is, will it close above a new high? That's to be determined. Okay, but again, if this new high is indeed a new high and it does close there, then I'm inclined to do my Fibonacci analysis here and take this swing, go up to this swing. And basically the forecast for this is 6,200. Okay. 6,000 is certainly not out of the question. in this market now that we've broken some structure here to the upside. Okay. But we'll have to wait to see if price does indeed close above. We won't know that until the end of the day. Okay. Let's remove some of these levels here, because those levels are indeed developing. Okay. So 6,000 and 6,200 should be lines, target lines for this current move. Okay. 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart equally as strong. We have had a series of bullish candles here. Okay, throughout the day, into the night, in overnight. So a lot of longs in the market at the moment. Okay, a lot of longs in the market. So moving on to the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay, so we have price above our daily VWAP, a price above settlement, a price above EMA. Right now, the only thing I will say is that, price seems to be a little bit, stalling here a bit. Okay, we haven't made a new high in London. Okay, so since London, we've kind of stalled in this area around 59.50. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find my anchored VWAP tool and draw my anchored VWAP, and we're gonna pick a time here. London is really not offering much in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and locate something like this. Okay, that area right there. This candle was the first definitive candle that actually led to this move here, right at the open of Tuesday. Okay, so again, this would be a nice logical area for price. Price reversal. Okay. So price has reversed already off of VWAP. We've kind of, we're coming into an area here that could maybe potentially provide maybe a little bit of a pullback. It feels that way anyway. This 5,900 level could offer us a nice location for us to participate further to the upside. Okay. Let me take a sip of water here, guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add our levels here, but with the understanding that these levels will need to maybe, kind of set aside here for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and add in our ADR. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add in our ASR. And notice I put in to be determined. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be determined means that I'm going to go add it now. Okay, so I'm going to put 5967.75. Okay, and then average session range low is 59.22. 59.22 is my average session range low. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and update these levels here into my spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. So those are my new levels. Okay. All right. So again, guys, so these levels could offer us opportunities for continuation. Okay. Move to the upside. Again, it's our job to really figure out an area where we can participate, I would say, to the long side and manage our risk. Okay. Ideally, if we can get back down to VWAP would be a location, but if not, then we have to wait for our initial balance range to establish here and look see if we can find an opportunity, I would say right now, to the long side. Considering the huge gap up, would it be reasonable to think on look above and fail trade targeting half the gap towards 58.62? 58.62. Why 58.62? Oh, overnight high. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay to think that way, Alejandro. that's a little bit, I guess counterintuitive, I guess. If we're looking at this, I think it's reasonable to think short. Okay. But, I would say that yes, this would be fighting the whales. Yes, this would be fighting the whales. Okay, so if you're looking bearish, I would say that your bearish trades really should only be trades that lead us back down to something like VWAP. Okay, which is quite small. All right, I'm with Rex. I think we have a lot of whales in this market, and we would probably be better served in aligning ourselves with bullish trades. Okay. Okay. So I would align ourselves with bullish trades. Okay. Now I get it, right? It's difficult to buy at these highs. Okay. I get that, right? But we just need to be patient and disciplined. Okay. To find good locations to go long, right? Just because we're interested in long does not mean we have to buy right at this point, right? We can wait for maybe a little bit of a deeper pullback. Now it may not happen, in the next 2 minutes, okay, but we just have to be patient for that for that to happen. Okay, we have to be patient and disciplined. To expect the market to kind of sell off and target, I don't know, was that level you were saying 58.62? I think seems a bit wishful. Okay. 50, I'm even trying 58.62. I guess I could see this, I could see 58.62 as a possibility if we are to remain in range, right? If we end up becoming in kind of range bound, then yes, I would see 58.62. Okay. Yeah, I would agree. Again, it's not easy to sell this market, no doubt. Okay, I would say that we would be better served in locations to support long trades. Okay, that's my view. So sentiment remains very bullish in this market. All right, so let's go ahead and move off the ES and look at the Dow. Okay, and I'm going to forego the review of the daily because I expect that you guys know exactly where we stand on the daily. We're just going to focus our attention on. I just want to make sure this is reading. Okay. All right. So we're just going to forego the review of daily and 4-hour. Okay. I'm sure you guys understand that we are above a lot of levels that we care about. What I will do though is I will update these levels. Okay. We have 43,689. Okay. 43,689 here. Okay. As our ASR high. 43,689 ASR high. 43,329 is our ASR low. Okay. 43,329. 329 as our ASR low. And then we're going to go ahead and open up ADR. Okay, so ADR, we're well above it at, let's see, 42,664. Okay, 42,664 is our ADR high. Okay, ADR low is 42,210. 42,210. Okay, we have, let's see, value area high and low. Let's turn off ADR here because I think it's underneath. So let's see, settlement is at 42,448. Let's add that here, 42,448. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. 42,004. Let's see, settlement. 42,448 is our settlement price. Point of control is 42,313. 42,313. And then let's see, value area high is 42,411. Okay, that's our value area high. And then we have value area low coming in at 42,000. 223. 2002, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So similar kind of view, guys. Now, again, if you're looking to take a trade, maybe that would lead down to VWAP. That would be a reasonable trade, kind of a mean reversion type of trade. This looks a little bit like that possibility could happen. Okay. And then maybe use VWAP as a location and also ASR low as a location for a potential continuation move to the upside. You can see all our secondary indicators. There is a little bit of steam, I guess, that's been lost on the positive direction here on the ADI side, on the Dow. Okay. We have our negative DI kind of picking up some steam, but I would say that if you're looking short, that this area right here would be our target, right? Our daily VWAP. Okay. Otherwise, we need to remain patient to see if price makes it down to that level so that we can participate to the long side. Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay. So we have our levels, we have our price and secondary all in place here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much I think what I wanted to talk about market wise. Willing to entertain any questions you guys might have. I see that we still have a fair number of people in the room and a fair number of likes. So again, I encourage you guys to hit the likes and the subscribes. Like I said, guys, there's going to be an announcement here shortly on some changes that we're making to the channel as a result of some of the milestones that I've reached. So that's going to support my continued efforts here, guys. As I don't know if you guys know this, but the channel has been in existence now for 6 months. Okay, 6 months, and we've reached the fair number of subscribers. I hope to continue to grow. Okay. In that aspect, I'm happy to know that Picasso has been paying. Excellent, Rex. Again, the goal of Picasso is not to pay, but to keep our minds at a level. All right, at a level and in a level mindset, so that we can trade our processes. Yes, thank you, Thomas. So yeah, so guys, so there'll be a video that comes out here shortly. That will kind of describe kind of the new chapter in this portal. Again, I do want to thank all those who have shown me support up till now, and expect their continued support of the channel. Next milestone for me is to see if I can get to 1,000 subscribers. We're hovering around I don't know, 530 maybe. Okay, so yeah. If you have friends, family, children who are interested in the markets or understanding the markets, have them come along. I think if we have children on board, I'll definitely make sure that I'm using proper language. Okay. Yeah, excellent, Rex. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. So yeah. So guys, like I said, there's some announcements going to be coming here shortly. Yeah, basically take this channel to portal to new heights. So again, thank you so much for your support. I will be moving over to the Top Step server and supporting folks in the channels there for probably an hour or so, and then I'll be moving back to my normal schedule here. We'll have our group coaching later today, assuming that I do take a trade. Yes, we will have our class tonight, Rex. Yes, I purposely did not have the session last night because I did not have really, outside of maybe tracking maybe a potential trade, which I maybe would have considered to the long side. There was really nothing for me to do, and I didn't do much of anything yesterday. Okay, so wasn't really much to talk about. That's why it was canceled. So, but we will have our normal session tonight, Rex. Okay. So again, as we close every session, guys, trade well, trade safe, trade like a market pro. Okay. And we'll either, I'll either see you in the chat. Super chop yesterday, honestly, at value area high. Yeah. I expected that. So I didn't want to put myself in a position where I might be tempted to do something. So All good. Okay. Again, just again, reminder, guys, we have EIAs coming up here in about an hour. Okay. It's for those crude oil traders. So my initial focus is going to be on gold and maybe potentially the equities to see what opportunities present themselves to me. Okay. So for now, guys, again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. All right, guys, have an excellent day trading, and we'll catch you soon.